The MLB playoffs will start September 30, 2025. The Los Angeles Dodgers will be playing the Cincinnati Reds in a 3-game wild card series in Los Angeles. I predict that Los Angeles Dodgers will win the series. They will win the National League and then play in the World Series and possibly win back-to-back World Series. Why? Los Angeles Dodgers have one of the top offenses. They have a very deep starting pitching group. And in this particular matchup, they have a better win-loss record and a home field advantage. They play better at home versus the Cincinnati Reds, who are less successful on the road. So here's my analysis in detail. First, let's talk about ways to bet the games. So it's a 3-game series. The first game's on Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. In this particular game, the Cincinnati Reds have their best pitcher, and he's very good. So there is a possibility that the Cincinnati Reds could steal this game. So, this money line does not represent that probability. The Los Angeles Dodgers have a large payout, minus 165. If there is a chance the Cincinnati Reds could win this game, I would give it a 50-50. So the payout's a plus 150 for the Cincinnati Reds. Alternatively, you could do a run line on the Dodgers. A -1 run line would give you better payouts. Now, if going into the second game, the Dodgers will win the second game, and if necessary, they'll win a third game. So to get a better payout with the Dodgers, I would recommend doing Dodgers plus 500 to win the World Series. The only team that really matches up with them in the playoffs are the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners also have a very deep starting pitching group of very good pitchers. They have good offense. They are, on paper, very similar to the Dodgers. The Dodgers, however, have the playoff experience. So I would give the slight edge to the Dodgers, but they match up really well against the Seattle Mariners. So plus 500, I think, is a pretty good payout for them to win the World Series. On the NL side, the Dodgers, I'm going to say primarily because of their starting pitching with a backup of good offense, the other teams in the playoffs are not going to match up well in longer series. So the Dodgers plus 300 to win the NL. So the reasoning behind this will become more obvious as we go into the details. So let's look into some more details here. So the game will be a 3-game series. Game 1 will be September 30th. They will be on 3 consecutive days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at home in Los Angeles. Los Angeles Dodgers have 93 wins, and they are better at home, 52 and 29 at home. Cincinnati Reds have 10 less wins for the season, 83, and on the road they have a losing record, 38 to 43. In Game 1 they have their best pitcher, Hunter Greene. His ERA is 2.76. So they could win this game. That's why in this particular situation, when you're in a 50-50 situation, if you can get a plus 150 or plus 200, you pick that side. It's like the concept of blackjack. So if it's a 50-50 situation, you go for the higher payout. So probability and payout. So going back to the Dodgers here, they finished the month of September successfully. A lot of wins. Now, the strength of the Dodgers, especially compared to last year. Last year, the Dodgers had a lot of injuries, but they were very thin in the starting pitching group. This year, they are very, very deep. Now, they don't have the best bullpen, but when you have that many starting pitchers in the playoffs, it's such a huge advantage. So Blake Snell, starting pitcher, ERA is 2.35. Last 3 games, he's only given up 1 run. 0 home runs in 4 games. Yamamoto, ERA is 2.49. 0 runs in the last 2 games. I mean, Clayton Kershaw, he'll be retiring this season. Last game against Seattle, gave up 0 runs. Tyler Glasnow, excellent pitcher. Shohei Ohtani, he also pitches. But his last game, September 23rd, 6 innings, 0 runs allowed. And they have Emmett Sheehan, 25 years old. Last 3 starts, he only gave up 2 runs over 19 innings. This is a unique situation, and they're in a much better position than last year. So let's look at the Dodgers offense. So in terms of total runs, Yankees are number 1, Dodgers is number 2. Cincinnati Reds, number 14, so they're the middle of the pack. So the Dodgers scored about 100 more runs. Home runs, Dodgers is number 2, Yankees is number 1, much higher than the Cincinnati Reds down here. So just offensively, the Dodgers are just a lot stronger. The one area that so now this is a bullpen. So this is the month of September. In the month of September, the Dodgers starting bullpen in the bottom 5, ERA is 4.9. Cincinnati is 3.9. So the bullpen gave up about, based on ERA, about 1 more run. 3.9 versus 4.9. So the Cincinnati Reds have an advantage in the bullpen. However, the starting pitching depth is so deep with the Dodgers, especially compared to Cincinnati. So Cincinnati, Hunter Greene is their best pitcher. And so he gives Cincinnati a chance to win the game 1. They have other pitchers, but they would have to play their best against the Dodgers. So I would say that they're inconsistent. Sometimes excellent games, sometimes not so excellent games. So from a probability standpoint, Dodgers, you have, in a 3-game series, they will be able to roll out 3 guys that can give up 0 to 1 run in their start. Whereas Cincinnati Reds, I would say that they're inconsistent. MLB.com also has a nice matchup of the different positions. Starting pitching, they have an advantage. Second base, shortstop, third stop, first base. So the infield, the Dodgers have an advantage. The outfield, Dodgers have an advantage. And DH, Dodgers have an advantage. So looking at the playoff bracket, LA beat Cincinnati. Philadelphia's a good team, but same thing. The main story on the NL side is Dodgers starting pitching is so deep. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, the other teams just don't. There's a huge separation on the NL side. On the AL side, if you're looking at starting pitching, Cincinnati and Seattle have the largest depth, but Seattle also has a really good offense. New York Yankees have a really good offense, but their starting pitching is a question mark. They also face Boston, but Boston is good at beating the Yankees. Toronto is not so impressive. So on the AL side, I would say Seattle's number 1 in terms of my power rating. Number 2 would be Cleveland. So most likely it would be Dodgers-Seattle. I would say that's a close matchup. 55-45, 50-50. You got to give the edge to the Dodgers. Last year they had a lot of injuries. This year they're in a much stronger position, and they have that experience of winning in the playoffs. So check out my channel this week. I'll be posting more sports analytics videos, including college football and NFL football. And in the month of October, I'll be doing some hockey videos too.